What is up, YouTube? Bobbles and Ball Cards back with another video. I hope you all are having a wonderful Thursday out there. Um, I hope you've had a great week. And for everybody that checked out the last video from yesterday and have commented, liked, etc., I really do appreciate it, whether agreed or disagreed with the views. Quite honestly, I think most everybody is saying the same thing of what I was saying, maybe just in a different form of explaining the same exact thing, which is, it happens at times. Just to reiterate, my point for that video was to not say that cards have not declined. It's not to say that everybody would just be up, up, up. It is to mainly point out the fact that 2020 and 2021 were falsely inflated by people who were misleading information to folks coming in that did not know maybe what they were doing, or they were looking for answers and they went with people who also didn't really know what they were doing, but they were given this false sense of hope, and it caused a chaotic mess. And at that time, everybody was using, the stimulus checks, the extra money. And I'm sorry, folks, nobody was getting a $10,000 stimulus check to push a Kobe Bryant to where it got to. It was shenanigans going on. There was manipulation and there was misleading information that was being shared to put false, pretenses into people's minds about what was going on. And that's what's pissing me off today, is because if you really look at things and remove the shenanigans, the card market is really strong. You can call it what you want, but to sit here and say, well, everything's a crash, doom and gloom, dumpster fire, cards are worthless, this and that, that's not true. There's been a lot of stuff happened over the past 2 years that made those charts look ugly, 100%. But if you actually take out the nonsense, remove that from the equation, and then look at where things were and where things are today, things are actually good. So, I'm going to also show examples to prove that today with other sales that aren't $10,000. But I want folks to go check these videos out. They didn't get many views, but maybe folks should have watched them. I know Ziggy, shout out to him. I know he mentioned my video. He's got a few points that he mentions that he thinks that I'm off on. He says that people were still buying cards and this and that, and people didn't swerve around. Ziggy, go check these two videos out, brother. I did the one, It's Time to Go Hunting video. I did that on February 17th of 2021. In the madness of the card nonsense, I speak in this video specifically about the Kobe Bryant, talking about how things were doubling very, very rapidly to astronomical numbers. And I mentioned how, just to have fun and to keep collecting, I was stepping away from buying cards. I mentioned in that video that I wanted to buy a 52 Topps Jackie Robinson, and I was conceding doing that until things settled down because it was too out of hand. So I was saying then that things were wrong, and I stuck to my guns, I stuck to my plan, and now I'm showing today, when everybody is talking about this doom and gloom nonsense, that it should have never happened to begin with. So, go check these out if you want something to listen to. I was buying comic books and video games just to have some fun. So, anyway, let's get to the point of this video. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. People have reached out to me the past 2 months when I've done these. I'm glad folks have enjoyed them. I'm hoping it's helping people out. But this is going to be month number 3 for my standard envelope sales, sharing how things are going, sharing what I've sold, how much that's equated to, just showing you guys that it doesn't all have to be these monstrous record-breaking sales. You can make some extra money to enjoy the hobby off of these little cards that would just be sitting in a box. So, let's get to it. First off, I did from May 23rd to June 22nd. You can see here, very interesting, all of my numbers are up in green. That is what you want to see when you are selling stuff or running a business or a store or whatever. You want your numbers green. So if you notice, all of my stuff is green. Very, very good. Let me sort this out. Oops, I gotta go to page 1, I guess. That would help, huh? Alright, go to page 1. Let's sort this. I'll show you guys and explain what I do. So I will chart everything out from here. This, even though this sale says $22.85, you have to consider there was taxes and everything involved in it to get the seller or the buyer to pay $22.85. But this card actually fit the bill in the standard envelope sale. So everything from here down, and then the next 2 pages will also be in that price range. So what I do, and all of this stuff here was over the limit, over the threshold size, slabs or price or whatever for the standard envelope. So what I do is I take and I chart this out. And let me explain my chart and show you guys how I get to these points. So I count up the number of cards sold. I sold 56 in the standard envelope threshold for the past month. This net profits, I take this number over here where it says net sales. I take this number right here and I add all of these up for the, this first page, second page, third page, for everything here down. That gave me a total of $383.46. So if you look, the first month I crushed it. Like my standard envelope sales were the best I've done so far. Last month I took a dive both on number of cards sold and net profits. This month I actually sold more cards than I have since started doing this by 1. I beat my 55. I did 56 the last month, and I went up by $52 on my net profits. So 7 more sold and 52 extra dollars added to the net pool. Now what I take here is I do an average sale. So that is, this number here divided by this number gives me $685. Now if you notice, it goes down each month. That's actually not a bad thing. That is honestly my own doing. I have been listing a lot more $2 cards, maybe $2.50, that sort of thing. Whereas before it was probably more $5, $8, $10, $12 cards. So when I'm listing a lot more lower dollar value, I try to stay at least at $1.99 or above. But when I when I start adding those in there, and then those are selling as well, then it is going to bring my average sale net price down. So that is nothing to be alarmed about. It just means that with the more sales has come a lower average. So I'm perfectly fine with that. But my average sale was $685. Now this one here, this yearly net, what I do for that is I take this number and I multiply it by 12. Based on if I hit this $383.46 over the course of 12 months, how much would I net for the year? And I've tracked this each month just to give an example. So for this month, my yearly net would come out to $4,601.52 if I hit this number every single month, the $383.46. For this over here, the yearly average net, what I did then is I took all 3 of these numbers, added them together, and then obviously divided it by 3, which would say all 3 months combined divided by 3, I would come out to $4,756.88. Can't talk. So this would be my average yearly net if these things trend over the course of 12 months. So not bad. $4,800 on selling cards that are all under $20. I'm not going to complain with that. I can boost that number up. I am going to start pushing harder to get more stuff listed. That is a goal of mine. I want to start adding more and more and more to the store. Going through things. I'm also going to start building some more dollar boxes and that kind of thing. So anyway, yeah, a lot of sorting. It's been a lot of fun. Over here, what this yellow is, and I highlight this so it's, notice that it's separate. What this is, where it says other sales, that is everything up here that is above the threshold. I do include that. I didn't in the first month, but I started doing it last month just to show folks that, hey, I'm not just sitting on eBay wasting, time listing some cards to get 300 bucks. I'm not, sitting here saying, hey, I fund my hobby off of selling cards by stating I'm only selling $300. That's not the case. This past month, there was 708.63 in other sales, which is all of these here. Everything down to that John Wall came to 708.63. My total net, which is this plus this, came out to 1,092.09. This over here, the average total yearly net, what that comes to is I take the total net, I added all three of these up, then I divided it by 3 and multiplied it by 12 to give me 11,520. What that tells me is with these plus these, over the course on my average for 12 months, I would make approximately $11,000 off of eBay. Now, that's only, like, we're heading into the end of June. So this isn't like my actual eBay sales for the year. This is a picture just tracking since I have been doing this spreadsheet, sharing my standard envelope sales, kind of documenting and sharing with everybody how that sort of stuff has gone with me selling more of the lower end, $2 to $20 cards mixed in with some other valued cards, slabs, etc. So no, 11,000. I'm not for certain, but I'm pretty sure I've actually already surpassed that for this year. With the first 3 months as well. I'm not. Let me just take a look and see, because I cannot remember what I've actually done for the entire year. Let's see if it tells me this year. Not quite. I haven't quite exceeded the 11,000 yet, but close. So yeah, don't think that this is like, oh, that's all he's gonna make for the year. No, that's just based on these 3 months, what I should average out to hit for the yearly target. So it's been fun. Again, I've been having a blast with this. You can see, I'll scroll through here kind of some of the stuff I'm selling. There was a John Wall Tiger Stripe, a Reggie Miller rookie I had sitting around, Tony Gonsolin Topps Chrome Auto, a Ronald Acuna Heritage, game used relic. These are some of the higher sales. Tom Brady Red, White, and Blue Prism from 2020. There's a Tommy Edman Gold. I have another raw copy of this, plus I have a graded copy. I picked up, a couple years ago I was picking up Tommy Edman real heavy. I really like the kid. I have a few Eddie Murphy raw rookies, but I also have 2 copies that are graded. I have an O-Pee-Chee copy and a Topps copy, so I started, I listed up one of the nicer copies of the Eddie Murray raws I had. A Jared Allen Tiger, something I have no use for. A Rashard Lewis autograph, nothing that I have any interest for. So you can kind of sit here. I have tons of these Prism base Kobe's, just stuff that I'm not really at all interested in. It's a lot of football, basketball. There's a soccer card. I'm not a soccer, collector. A random Pokemon card that, it was off-centered. I have one already graded. This was a spare. So yeah, it's just a lot of lower end stuff that is sitting in boxes that I don't have any interest in, and so I might as well sell and make some money to pick up something I do want. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, comment below, let me know how you're doing in your adventures with standard envelope sales. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and until the next video, I'm out.